How are you?
Oh,
Hi,
so good. Good to see you.
you too.
And we've got Kim and we've got Angelique. Hey, Kim, how are you? And also, if anyone's like anti-chatting or video, don't stress. I'm just saying hello. Hey, Angelique.
Hi.
Awesome. All right. Well, what we might do is we might get into just the formal proceedings. So me talking to you about the grant. We'll get that out of the way so that we can just open up the floor for any questions. So I'll get into it. And because I think we've got a few extra people dialing in. Oh, we've got Catherine as well. Amazing. So we'll let people dial in. I will go through the formalities of the grant and then we can just kick into any questions that you might have. So welcome. I am so excited that we are at round 2 of the Spark Women in Business grants. This was absolutely something we thought we should do as a business. And I'm so excited that the feedback has been well received and we are able to actually have this as a quarterly thing. It's super, super exciting. So was the Spark 10K Women in Business grant in round 1 has now morphed into the Spark Women in Business grants because we are, of course, coming back bigger and better than ever. So excited to take you through those changes today as well. So if anybody is new on the call, let me just tell you what Spark is. So Spark essentially is a platform for women in business who want to grow their profit and impact. We do this through lots of free stuff. So we have an amazing monthly podcast. We have on-demand webinars, news, great resources on the website that anyone is welcome to access at any time. And then we have our paid membership as well. So you'll see the little receipt on the side with all of the inclusions. Essentially, what we're here for is to help you grow your business. So a lot of the things you'll see included in Spark are, of course, what you might be used to in terms of virtual networking and masterclasses, but we also want to get your business in front of more potential customers. So you get a business directory listing, you get marketing exercises, you get a blog post on the website, you get a podcast interview, you get social media shout outs. So anything that can help you grow your business and get in front of more customers, we are into it. And then we also have other perks and discounts as well. So we've gone out and negotiated discounts to great software tools. There's like $10,000 worth of hosting credits in there as well. So if anybody actually hosts with Amazon, you can get access to that in your business as well. Essentially anything to, we talk about growing your business and getting in front of more customers, but also anything we can do to save you money when it comes to actually operating the business, we're very into as well. So $39 a month for membership or $365 a year. What you will see is that through grant periods, we do recognize that some people are just here for the grant entry. So there is $100 off annual membership. So if you sign up in November, use the code grant100, that comes down to $265 for the year, which is pretty epic value. And it means that you can enter the grant rounds 4 times, of course, because they happen quarterly with that $265 annual membership. So that's Spark. Who am I? I am fearless leader here, Danielle. I've been in business for over 10 years now, if you can see that I'm hiding the wrinkles and grays. Also been 20 years in sales and marketing. So I'm CEO and co-founder at Scrunch, which is an influencer marketing platform and digital marketing agency. The founder here at Spark, and I've exited an e-commerce business as well. So my shtick is sales and marketing. I've been in sales and marketing, as I said, for over 20 years. So if you ever have a sales and marketing problem, I'm your gal and can help you solve that. And of course, we don't spill any tea here. We always spill the champagne on how women in business can grow their profit and impact. So yeah, really what we're dedicated to is helping you grow. So that's where we draw on a lot of our sales and marketing experience. So absolutely love it. So why do we believe in grants? So the purpose of Spark is to help women in business grow their profit and impact. We do this by creating resources, insights, community, of course, for women to shortcut their success business. And whilst as a sales and marketer, I believe you can do a lot on hustle, we also know that sometimes girls just need funds. So let me tell you a little story. I was and some people know this story, but I was showing up on our podcast. I interview 8 amazing women in business, female founders every month. And, I just kept saying the words. I was part of the problem. I was just showing up saying, women are so underfunded. And I just said this phrase. I said, you know what? I think if we're actually going to change something, it's got to be us. It's got to be women. And I think I meant women collectively. I don't think I meant me. But as I reflected on that, I thought, well, hell, if that's, what I'm showing up saying, then I better start putting my money where my mouth is. If we do want change, it does start with us. And whilst $15,000 a quarter may not be, at VC level or government level, we're certainly aiming to make change with everything we do here at Spark. So my, phrase now is we already know women are underfunded, so it's time to fix that problem. So excited that we have launched the Spark grant program, but also that it's moved to round 2 and only getting better. If you're not following along the fun on social media, you might have missed our round 1 winner, but big congratulations to Catherine from Practice Studio, who won round 1, the 10K Women in Business grant. And I love this because, one of the reasons why we started this grant and the way we've structured it the way we have is because over the last 10 years of running my other business, Scrunch, applying for government grants used to drive me wild. I was never innovative enough. I was always living in the wrong state for the one that I wanted. Or, there was one that I wasn't even female enough because where we have investors, there was too many male investors. I wasn't even female enough for some of the grants. So I love that Practice Studio won this grant because it just shows you that anyone and everyone is eligible and can win funding for their business. So Practice Studio is an emerging designer workroom. They champion innovative, ethical, and sustainable design. She does that through retail store, e-commerce, supporting local and sustainable fashion labels, but she also has a workroom where she teaches people how to actually repair their own clothes and does repairs as a service as well to break the cycle of fast fashion. So, I love this because I received an email from a beautiful woman early last week, and she said, "Oh, I'm sure I'm not eligible because I'm not a tech platform. I'm 60 years old. I'm this, I'm that." And I'm like, why are you self-projecting? None of those things are eligibility criteria. So I do love that our round 1 winner was Practice Studio, because it just does show you that all businesses are important. You are making an impact and you are really, doing great things for your community. So, eligibility is something we'll talk about in a second, but do love that. So how have things changed to round 2? In round 1, we had one $10,000 grant, and that was awarded through a public vote. So that means that the Spark community and the entrance community could vote for that person to win. Now, we know that not everybody has massive communities. And of course, the Sparks are very good at giving feedback, and I'm very good at taking it. I always say, whatever we can do to make us better, to support you, always open for it. So I'm so excited to announce that we've been able to fund a second grant in round 2, and that $5,000 will be awarded by a panel of judges. It will be an independent panel, so you can't bribe me, unfortunately. But so excited because that really does open up, both options for people. So the good news is there's one application, so you don't actually have to fill out 2 applications and mess around with that as well. So we do like to keep things easy, but super excited that we are doing $15,000 worth of grants this time. So let's talk through the process. Eligibility. So if you are an Australia, New Zealand, or Singapore based business, you identify as female, you've been in business for 12 months or more, and you are a Spark member. Of course, as I always say, there is the discount code. If you are more interested in the grant than the membership, then use the discount code. But otherwise, everything else is fair game. It doesn't matter if you're e-commerce or if you're a service business or a product business or you're a tech platform or a charity. It doesn't matter. We believe that you're making an impact, so we would love to see you in there. Looking at Stacey's comment, all I was thinking then was, I need to send Dania because yes, absolutely, you do. Not that I will ever say no to champagne, but it won't help any judging. Applications. So applying should not take more than 15 to 30 minutes. Now, there is a video, and I know everyone will stress about the video. So when I say that it should only take 15 to 30 minutes, that's probably more the questions, which I'll take you through. I know everyone does agonize over the 2-minute video a little bit. You know, one thing, again, that used to bother me about applying for grants is how long they'd take, right? We're all busy business owners. We don't have time to add a grant application into our to-do list. You know, you'd have to go out and get quotes and letters of referrals, and, you know, it was a whole War and Peace scenario. So this is super easy. It's just really, really getting to the core of how you can make an impact and what that money will do to support your business. So a few business questions, and then how you would actually spend 5 or 10K, and then a quick video. But let me take you through the questions now. So you can see that questions 1 to 11 are really just business info: name, email, business details, website, social media handles, and how the business has been funded to date. So a lot of that stuff you'll know off the top of your head, hopefully. And then 12 to 15 are really the application. So tell us about your business, who you are, what you do, why you do it, who you serve. These are all, I think there's like a 300 word limit. So it's, again, it's not huge. It's just tell us what you do and how you make an impact in your community. And then a link to your video. Again, it's only 2 minutes, but just reiterating, the thing with video is when you think about people voting for you or the judges, people process information in different ways. So some people will really connect with the words you write. Other people will really connect to you and your personality and being passionate about what it is that you do. And then the last two, number 14, how would that 5K or 10K actually support the business? How would it help you create more profit and impact? And then what you would literally spend the money on. So that is number 15. Timeline, again, we want to make this quick. We need to get more money in the hands of women in business ASAP. So applications are currently open. If you're here live on the call, if you're dialing in, it's the 1st to the 30th of November. Voting is open and judging is open from the 4th to the 31st of December. And then the grant is awarded and funded by the 10th of January. So super excited for those 2 people that are starting 2024 with some extra cash in their pockets for their business. So that is the crux of it. They are the logistics. So now would love to answer any questions that you might have that are a little bit more bespoke to you. If anyone, you're welcome to come off mute, or you can pop it in the chat, whatever makes you feel good. I'm here for it. Don't be shy. Yeah, Prue, go for it.
So I was trying to find the reaction, raise hand, and then, anyway, here I am. I'm super excited about this, Danielle, especially because, and this is where my question is leading, it appears that this is more actually implementation money than coaching money, which a lot of grants seem to be aimed at, sort of like we'll be successful as long as we get more coaching, but then you can't actually implement the thing. So I guess, my question is this actually money we can go and spend on whatever area we identify as an area of impact, or is it going to be administered by a coach or another body?
This is such a good question. Because that's a good thing. What can I spend the money on? So yes, if you can substantiate that it will help you grow profit and impact in your business, whichever one, then it is eligible. So let me give you some examples. Because I know what you mean. I've applied for some grants too, and it's like you have to spend the money on an external consultant. I was like, so it's not even keeping the money inside my business. Anyway, let me not use this as a rant about other grants. But yeah, so the round one winner, so because she has a physical workroom and retail space, a lot of the grant money actually goes to rent and hard costs in her business so that she can actually step out and start to do some more creative things and build some scalable things into her business. So that's super exciting. So yeah, if it's like, I want to spend it on ads, or I want to spend it on a rebrand, or I want to spend it on rent, or I want to spend it on, as long as it's not buying a Chanel handbag, you can probably get away with putting it on the application. So yes, all you've got to do is just explain how it will help you grow your business, and then that's eligible.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Danielle.
No worries at all. Anyone else got any questions that they would like to ask?
Yes, I do. It's kind of along a similar theme to what Prue was just saying then. With one of the other businesses that I'm doing with Friend in My Pocket, and we've got our QUT capstone students volunteering to build the website, to build the app. But I want to apply for How to Help, which is my business, not my daughter's business. But these are like really, really, really great students who are computer science students who aren't necessarily set up as a business. But if I was successful for the $5,000, would I be allowed to pay one of them to build my WordPress site, or does it have to be an actual business still?
No, so you can use that money to pay an individual. So they don't have to be set up as a registered business or anything. I mean, there will be, just thinking, from a personal point of view, there will be implications for them from a tax point of view. So you might want to have a little chat to them about that. But in terms of what you can spend the grant money on, that's absolutely fine. That's actually just utilizing great resources at a great price. So that's very business savvy. We are all about that.
Yes. Well, and I thought, especially because they're doing this other project volunteering for the charity side of it, that I know 2 of them are actually wanting to do this sort of work when they come out of uni, that I was like, this might be a nice way to kind of give back to them as well, to be like, hey, you're doing this volunteering, but it has actually led to something for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I love that. Love that.
Cool.
Awesome.
And it would be Louis Vuitton's, not Chanel handbag.
Oh, I know it. All right, I approve. No, you didn't hear me say that. Cool. Any other questions? Got some head shaking. No, cool. And look, my door is also always open. So let me, while we're still asking questions, I can't even see my screen because I've got all of your beautiful faces up now. Good, my details are up there. So if you do want to get in touch with me, just send me an email. Always happy to either jump on a one-on-one call, or just answer a quick question on email if you don't want to ask it here as well, or if anyone's actually listening to the replay. But I can see April has her hand up.
Just a quick question between the 2 different types, the community chosen one and the panel chosen. Yep. Do we need to stipulate in our application which one we're applying for, or is it the whole group is open to both sides, or how does that work?
Yeah, so the whole group is, so one application, the whole group can go for both grants. So essentially, if you said, look, I don't really want to go out and get votes for my application, you just essentially will just not show up because you won't have any votes. So, but we don't actually preclude you. All of the entries will be on the page. So yeah, you just fill out one application, you're in the running for both. So you can either talk about 5K or 10K, or because that's the thing too, you might say, look, if I get the 5K, this is what I do. But if I happen to get the 10, this is what I would do. So it's up to you how you want to word it, but you will basically go in the running for both.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool. And Prue, I can see you've got your hand up. We found the emoji button.
I
Love
did.
this.
I did. I had another question. Just that I see like a great benefit for having, capital to invest in something. But also I think access to this platform as well would be really beneficial. And I'm wondering what that looks like for Catherine in terms of like her ability to share her story with the Spark community and her successes along the way, how she's sort of continuing to engage and be supported through her implementation of her grant funding.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really awesome question, because one thing I've said to people is the consolation prize of not winning is that your application actually gets in front of a whole lot of people, right? Everyone that votes, the Spark community, depending on what you do, whether you do a monthly membership or the annual membership, like it's now our job to promote you. So through podcast interviews, through news articles, through social media, through email marketing. And I love this question because obviously from my point of view, that is what I'm passionate about and that's what I'm here to do. But I love, there's a YouTube video where I actually interview Prue, and I'll circulate this with the recording as well. Sorry, Prue, Catherine. I've already named you as the next winner.
You
no,
heard it here first, guys. No.
Yeah, that's right. Just manifesting here. No, so there's a fabulous YouTube interview where I interview her, and that's what she talks about. She says, it's really interesting. This just entering was a great PR exercise. She's like, it helped me talk more confidently about my business. When people would walk in the store, I would go up to them and talk about what we had entered and ask for their vote. So it was actually, I started talking to more potential customers about what we were doing and the impact we were creating, not just, hey, do you like these sustainable clothes on our racks? Actually starting to communicate the story, which was super cool. And then of course, the exposure that she's gotten from there as well. So yeah, it's, I guess I like to say is you don't have to win to get the benefit from the community. There is, so much opportunity in terms of networking, even we have a monthly virtual coffee and a monthly virtual vino. That's my personal favorite. And it's all about like, look, sometimes 2 people show up, sometimes 20 people show up, but it's all about, we talk about our wins, our challenges, what we're looking for. And the amount of times people are just, connecting over services or have an intro to someone is phenomenal. So yes, I think that this grant process is amazing. I think it's awesome to get money in people's hands, but you're right. It's more than that. It is exposure, it's PR, it's connections to other amazing women.
Thank you, Danielle.
Of course, anytime.
Danielle, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
Do you mind if I share this grant to some of the awesome ladies in my little community that's been active for more than a year? There's some that I would have loved to apply, but that's not 12 months yet in business. But there are some amazing ladies that I can definitely share. Will you be able to send out like an email or something that I can forward off to them?
Absolutely. I would love that. And thank you for being generous and sharing
Yay.
with your community as well. That would be awesome.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool. Love it. Anyone else got any questions? No.
It's not directly with the grant, but every time you mention it, I keep forgetting to check out what my actual business profile looks like.
Oh, yeah.
How do I do that again?
For the membership directory?
Yeah.
I'll just flick you a link on an email. And so essentially, with the members directory, it's only open to members, but it is public. So anyone looking for women in business can find you. It's basically on sparkbusiness.global. There's a little members directory, but I'll just find your listing and I'll flick it over to you. And if you want to make any changes, just let me know.
Yep. Awesome.
Stacey's an OG Spark member, so already has a listing. So good. Cool. All right. Well, thank you all so much for dialing in. I appreciate you. And really, if you do have questions, if you're, you know, on the fence and you want to ask a question about your business, or if you're diving into the application and you're stumped on a question, just let me know. I'm happy to either jump on a call or answer a question via email. Easy peasy.
Awesome.
Cool. And I hope everyone has a fabulous week in business.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Thank
Bye.
Bye.
you. Bye.